mother announced she was kicking me out at 18 during my graduation dinner. My dad started packing her bags. The whole thing started 2 weeks before graduation, when Brenda found my acceptance letter to community college on my desk. She marched straight downstairs, holding it like it was evidence in a murder trial. I could hear her voice echoing through our tiny house, telling my dad that I was being unrealistic and wasting his money on pointless classes, when I should just get a job at the grocery store like a normal person. My dad worked double shifts at the factory to pay for everything. He came home every night with grease under his fingernails and exhaustion written all over his face. But he never once complained about helping me with college costs. He'd actually been the one who drove me to tour the campus last month, bought me a school hoodie from the bookstore, and told the admissions lady how proud he was. Brenda had been my stepmother for 3 years, ever since she moved in with her fake designer purses and her constant complaints about how messy I was. She hated that my dad spent money on my school supplies instead of getting her the new furniture she wanted. She'd make these passive-aggressive comments during dinner about how some people needed to learn responsibility and stop being spoiled. Graduation dinner was supposed to be special. My dad had actually taken the evening off work, which almost never happened. We went to this chain restaurant where the servers sing happy birthday and the lights are too bright. I ordered chicken strips because that's what I always got there since I was 12. My dad was grinning like an idiot, taking pictures of me in my cap and gown with his cracked phone screen. That's when Brenda decided to drop her bomb. Right between my dad ordering dessert and me opening my graduation cards from my aunts, she cleared her throat and said she had an announcement. She looked directly at me with this satisfied smirk and said that since I was officially an adult now, it was time for me to move out and learn independence. She had it all planned out. I had exactly 1 month to find my own place, get a full-time job, and stop depending on my dad for everything. She said it sweetly, like she was doing me some huge favor by teaching me life lessons. The whole restaurant felt silent, even though it definitely wasn't. My dad just stared at her with his fork halfway to his mouth. He set it down really slowly and asked what she meant. Brenda launched into this speech about how keeping me around was preventing me from growing up, how I needed tough love, and how this was what real parents did. My dad listened to the whole thing without saying a word. Then he pulled out his phone and started scrolling through something. I thought maybe he was texting his boss or checking work emails like he always did. But instead, he stood up from the table and said we needed to go home right now. The drive back was completely silent except for the radio playing some old rock song my dad liked. Brenda kept trying to start conversations about how proud she was of me for graduating and how excited she was to help me transition to adulthood. My dad just gripped the steering wheel tighter and drove faster. When we got home, my dad walked straight to their bedroom closet and pulled out 2 big suitcases. He started throwing Brenda's clothes into them without folding anything. Her fancy work blazers, her collection of shoes that cost more than my dad's monthly car payment, all of it just tossed in there like garbage. Brenda was screaming at him, asking what he thought he was doing, and demanding that he stop acting crazy. My dad finally turned around and told her that if anyone was moving out, it would be the person who thought they could make decisions about his kid without talking to him first. She tried arguing that this was her house too, and that she had rights. My dad reminded her that her name wasn't on any paperwork and that she'd been living there rent-free for 3 years while contributing absolutely nothing except complaints and drama. The best part was when she threatened to call the police. My dad handed her his phone and told her to go ahead, that he'd love to explain to them how she'd been emotionally abusing his kid and trying to kick out a teenager with nowhere to go. She packed the rest of her stuff that night while calling him every name in the book. She kept saying he'd regret choosing me over her and that he'd come crawling back when he realized how hard it was to raise a spoiled brat alone. My dad just sat on the couch eating leftover graduation cake and watching some cooking show. After she finally left, slamming the door so hard our neighbor's porch light came on, my dad and I just looked at each other. He asked if I wanted to watch a movie, so we put on this stupid action film with terrible special effects and ate ice cream straight from the container.